Hello there YouTube and welcome back to the channel. I am Galday74 and we are currently in the middle of our run of our UPBA, and in today's video I will be bringing you week 5. Our opponent this week is arguably one of the nicest people I think I've ever interacted with in this community. We battle Gookie Gamer and his Milwaukee Medichams. Now if you have been watching, we are off to a very good start and hopefully we can continue this trend into this week. I want to apologize now. I know this video is going to be very long. It's just, how it is. And I'm just going to add on to it a little bit more because before we get into the battle, I'm going to talk about some transactions I made. Now, they're not effective till next week, but none of these transactions affect this week's battle because I dropped Alakazam and Colossal and picked up Lycanroc, Dusk, and Xatu. Alakazam nor Colossal are coming to the game this week, so that's why I'll talk about it now. I dropped these two because I really wanted Lycanroc Dusk. That was the big thing. Offensive Rock is absolutely amazing against a lot of teams in this league, and I felt like it was okay to drop Alakazam because though Zam's okay, it's not the greatest, but I do like it. I feel like Thundurus and Poltergeist can pick up the role that Alakazam basically filled out. I'll just be missing some Magic Guard shenanigans, that's all. And I dropped Colossal because dual Rock type. And Colossal's kind of bad anyway. It's actually pretty bad. I have PILOSWINE on this team that does a very similar role, and PILOSWINE's actually a good Pokemon, so decided to drop that. I had a hard time deciding what I would pick up in Colossal's place because of the loss of Rapid Spin. I need a Flying Resist, possibly maybe a Fighting Resist would be nice since I picked up Lycanroc. And I ended up picking up Xatu, like I said. I also do not think Xatu is a good Pokemon, but it does offer me a lot with the team. 95 base speed, which my team needed, defog and magic bounce, which is very good utility, U-turn, teleport, good pivoting momentum, all that good stuff. A psychic type again. Do have 3 flying types on the team now, but I don't think it's going to be the greatest deal in the world. My team does still have some glaring weaknesses, but I feel like with this change I might have some more options when it comes to offense and even some defense too. So that's why we made those trades, and they will go into effect next week. But with all that out of the way, I tried to get that intro out as fast as I can. We can go and look at my opponent's team this week, which is going to be very interesting. Googie's team consists of Melmetal, Tapu Fini, Tyranitar, Drigazolt, Landorus Eye, Celebi, Lycanroc Day, Hitmonchan, Arbeetle, Sceptile, and Turtonator. Now, I have some notes here. He's brought Turtonator a lot. I'm not too scared of it, but it is something that I had to prep for. Another thing that's very scary is Sandcore. Obviously, it's a sand team. You see T-Tar, Drigazolt, Lycanroc Day, and all that good stuff. Landorus Eye with Sand Force, and they're all very scary. The scariest easily being Lycanroc. That thing is extremely hard to switch into, only because it gets close combat now. Because my defensive core is naturally just pretty weak to fighting, so fighting plus rock is brutal against my team, and Lycanroc is really good at clicking those 2 buttons. So that's something I really have to be looking out forward to. Tapu Fini and Melmetal do force out Ferrothorn out pretty early. Ferrothorn can deal with them fine, but if it's chipped down early, that could open the door for Lycanroc or Dracozolt late game. So that's something I have to look out for. And finally, Sticky Webs. I originally did have Scarf Pelipper on this team, but it is not on the team. And Webs actually just destroys my offense because I have no removal. So I'm going to be forced to play defensive this week if Webs and Orbeetle come, which, I could see coming. And those were the 3 big notes I have. My game plan for this week is if I have to play defensive because Webs and Sand come, that's how I'm going to have to play with Ferrothorn and PILOSWINE. If it's more of an offensive game, if there's no Webs, I can possibly sweep the Poltergeist. It's going to be harder to do it with Sand, but it actually is possible because Tyranitar's matchup's really bad, though Sand is good, so I could see it coming for that reason. But yep, keep PILOSWINE around for Drigazolt and Lycanroc as well is another note because of the Ferrothorn thing I mentioned. And yeah, that's just the game plan, and that's just the rundown of Googie's team this week. What I am going to be bringing into this game consists of Poltergeist, Grimmsnarl, Ferrothorn, Toxicroak, PILOSWINE, and Djokovic, so no Thundurus this week. Taking Thundurus' role, sort of, is going to be Poltergeist this week, making its 2nd season appearance. This is going to be running max special attack with a modest nature, holding the white herb, And the weak armor ability, moves being Shell Smash, Shadow Ball, Psyshock, and Giga Drain. Now, the good thing about this set is that I can set up on quite a few number of things, including the Sceptile, the Celebi, the Tapu Fini, the Turtonator if it comes, which again, he's brought a lot, or Beetle, all that good stuff I can set up in front of. And then afterwards, I can kind of just win. Again, it really just depends if A, webs are up, and B, if sand comes. If webs are up, it's not a big deal because I have White Herb. I just have to be extremely careful of who I set up on in that case, because I'll have my defenses lowered in that case. That's something I have to watch out for, and with sand, it's annoying because though T-Tar just hard walls me even at +2, Giga Drain still does a decent chunk to it, so chipping it down is not too hard. But the biggest issue is that then Dragozolt and Lycanroc can just outspeed me afterwards in sand, so kinda just doesn't matter at that point, right? So that's really the thing why I'm a little scared to bring this set, but if sand comes and webs come, I could still maybe use it as an early game breaker or something, right? So there's always some merit to using this Pokemon in this game. Otherwise, it's just, you know, a standard set really. That's nothing really else to talk about it. It's a win con if there's no webs and sand, but I do expect one of the two to come, so if not both. Anyway, we have Grimmsnarl to sort of support the set a bit. I did put Poltergeist on instead of Scarf Pelipper because I have the Light Screen Reflect Grimmsnarl with Spirit Break and Darkest Lariat as its other moves. EV spreads all over the place, as you guys can see here. I didn't go Light Clay because I didn't want to prioritize screens this week, though they are very nice for my team. I have leftovers just for some longevity. This thing is here to beat like the Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Demonic, or Beetle set if that comes. This is also decent against stuff like the Celebi, the Hitmonchan, Turtonator. If it comes, I can get up a Light Screen so Shell Smash isn't as scary against my team. And yeah, stuff like that. T-Tar as well. Definitely not the most important member of the team, but depending on what comes, it can do more work. So again, another member that's just kind of here, but you know, it has its role on the team. Third is going to be Ferrothorn. This is max HP and max defense with the Chople Berry. Moves being Power Whip, Gyro Ball, Body Press, and Leech Seed. It's another week where I brought PILOSWINE, and in a second it's got rocks, so I was debating if I wanted spikes on the set. Don't think I really need it, just because of my opponent having a few defoggers, spinners. They have a lot of hazards of their own, so I was kind of just whatever about it, to be honest. Plus, I felt like I needed all three moves, and Iron Defense and Calm Minding Fini is really scary for me, and even though I could probably 1v on it with like Leech Seed, Gyro Ball, I'd rather just have Power Whip on the set to have it. Body Press, Leech Seed for the Melmetal. And same with T-Tar, Dragozolt also Body Press for it, though Dragozolt gets Fire Move, so I had to be careful about that. And I just felt like this moveset was the best here. I went back and forth with the item, but I felt like Chople was a little bit better just because it covered more ground than like the Akka or like Rocky Helmet. I didn't really need the chip with Rocky Helmet, so I felt like this was the best. But very important in this game, it's here for his top mons, and I feel like that's what Ferrothorn is just going to end up doing this week, is checking the Melmetal and Fini. So yeah. Fourth is going to be Toxicroak. This is our choice card for now because Pelipper's not here. I originally had Life Orb on this. Max attack, 188 speed with a Jolly Nature. This outspeeds a Dragozolt, that's Scarf, just in case it's not Sand. Gunk Shot, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Earthquake are the moves. This is phenomenal coverage against my opponent's team. My opponent has a really hard time switching into Toxicroak if I click the correct button. Now, that's where it comes down to, clicking the correct button. That's what having choice scarfers are always like a two-bladed sword, if you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know the expression, but very scary, because if I click the wrong button and let something in for free, it could be a problem. This also can maybe be a defensive answer to Lycanroc. This is only if they don't bring Psychic Fangs or Drill Run. If they bring Stone Edge, Close Combat, and a Cell Rock and something else, then I can actually take one hit and just knock it out with something like Drain Punch or something, which would be amazing. But yeah, Toxicroak also here for Tapu Fini too, because I have the Dry Skin ability and Gunk Shot. So that is Toxicroak this week. Fifth is going to be PILOSWINE. This is a very standard set with Rocks, Crash, Earthquake, and Shard. EV spread, again, all over the place. I have split defenses, but they actually do matter for calcs. I don't remember which ones they were, but still important. This is here for the Dragozolt, the Lycanroc, and the Landorus to an extent. This hardwalls Dragozolt, as I learned through prepping, which is amazing, so I do need to keep that if it comes. Same with Lycanroc, though CC does hurt, so I don't really want to be switching in hard if I don't have to. Though in a 1v1, I should win. Same with Turtonator, I can just Earthquake it, and it's not really a big deal. I can get rocks up, so if they get webs up and rocks themselves, because that's the only hazards they got, at least I can get rocks up in return, because they don't really like it themselves. And the priority with Ice Shard is just super nice for the Lando particularly, but it's also nice for Dracozolt, Sceptile, and Celebi as well. Ice and ground coverage is just amazing in this game. So standard PILOSWINE set, but it's really going to do a lot in this game. It is very important for my late game condition, regardless if I play offensive or defensive. And then finally, we have Dracovish. It's coming this week. Max attack with an adamant nature, and the choice band, Vicious Rend, Leech Life, Earthquake, and Facade being the moves. Now, this is a pretty interesting set. It's my early game breaker. It just kind of comes in, clicks buttons. It 2-co's Celebi. It 2-co's everything, right? So that or O-co's. Even Dracozolt, unless it's like defensive, and defensive Dracozolt isn't really a threat. Tapu Fini, again, I think I 2-shot it if it has to switch into it if I'm faster. So that was pretty cool. And just, yeah, it's just a Dracovish clicking Vicious Rend, honestly. I don't really have much else to say about this Pokemon. It just clicks the button. And that's it. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for the team builder. I'm sorry if I sounded like a little bit different there because I just like feel a little sick all of a sudden. So there's that. Again, it's a long battle, so I hope you guys stick around for it and enjoy watching. So without further ado, let's get into the battle. Okay, so here we are. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. He brought like everything that is very good against my team, except there's no Melmetal, which is kind of nice. That takes some pressure off of Ferrothorn. No Turtonator, he's been bringing that a lot, so a little shocked not to see it. No Sceptile, no Hitmonchan, no Celebi, I don't think. No Celebi, and that's it. Okay. So this is basically what I expected outside of Melmetal coming instead of like, I don't know, these 6 are pretty good against me, to be honest. T-Tar's annoying because then I can't go for the Poltegeist endgame like I want to. I think I want to lead Dracovish. I need to cross out some of these notes that I have on my notepad thing here. I have a lot of them. I kind of explained how I did that last week, so it's a little complicated, but in a nutshell, I'll just have to click backspace a whole bunch of times here. What do I want to lead? Probably the Dracovish. Webs are really good against my team, which is a very big issue, but maybe we can prevent them from getting up. Who knows? I do lead Dracovish because if I get a good lead off, I can just get a kill. And that's kind of the goal. And yeah, good luck, have fun to my opponent. I'm going to have to play defensive here if the webs go up. That sucks. I didn't want to have to do that, but that's how it's going to be. No Melmetal though, damn. Still a little shocked about that. Okay, I think I got everything. Besides the, okay, they're going to lead off with the Fini. Okay, that sucks for me because I led off with the fish. No, that's bad. Did I get everything? I want to make sure I got everything before I click off. Yeah, I did. Alright, so yeah, they lead off with like one of the worst things they could have led off with. I have to switch and go out into Ferrothorn. If they could like use Nature's Madness, then that really sucks. I really only need Ferrothorn for this. It's really nice for Lycanroc too. So yeah, I'll do that. I fully expect like a Nature's Madness to come out here in Iron Defense. So I'll switch. Man, I was kind of hoping they lead Orbeetle just so I could get the Vicious Rend off. What, Nature's Madness? Knockoff, okay. That's annoying, but I do get my Iron Barb chip on this thing. Can find out if it's leftovers or not. It is not leftovers, and I'm going to click Leech Seed here. I'm glad they don't have Turtonator or Hitmonchan. Makes Ferrothorn a lot better in this game. Losing Chople is a little bit annoying, but honestly, the things I needed it for, it's literally just Lycanroc. And I'm at a way high enough health to just live a hit fine. If this thing has Taunt, I'm going to be annoyed, but I don't think they're going to have Taunt if they have Knockoff. Who knows, it could be just full utility. They go for Reflect, very interesting. They're like a screen set, okay. So I click the Leechy button and we do connect, which is nice. We're going to get that health back from the knockoff that I had clicked. And now I can click a button here, probably just Power Whip, get this thing shipped down. They don't have a good switch into this. They have Orbeetle. I'm trying to get webs up. That could be very annoying. But I still think I just click Power Whip. I think I'm just going to be forced to play defensive in this game anyway. As they do switch, I probably should have leech seeded again. They go into orb. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. Excuse me. As I just missed the power up anyway. Not really. Just a little annoying, but not like whatever. What do I do here now? I think I switch. The fact that they have screens is so like frustrating, and it's reflect too, and my team's like all physical, so not really good. I think I'm going to Poltergeist here. I said I was going to use Poltergeist early if I saw a T-Tar, just because I can't go for a Poltergeist endgame at this point, especially with like webs and all too. Like no way, yeah, they go for webs. So this is going to be a really rough game for me. Do I just shell smash and try and I don't love a crunch from T-Tar, let's be real. Because Giga Drain doesn't do much to it. Do I smash? I feel like I just Giga Drain, predicting the T-Tar to come out because it's pretty obvious. If they just stay in, I'll be a little shocked. But Giga Drain's fine. I can scat out damage on the T-Tar. And maybe break this thing's sash if it has it, which I feel like it might. I don't think this thing gets really any move to threaten me too hard. Maybe we can find out some rolls here. Where's my screen at? Okay, they do switch. They're gonna go out into that's Tyranitar, right? Yeah. All right, they should do 20-ish%. They should do like a quarter if they're Spadef. If they're not, it'll do a little bit more. And we get the prediction right. That is, it's like max HP, but maybe some Spadef. That's the set I'm looking at right now. And I do have one more switch into this thing. So next time Orbeetle comes out, maybe I can just Shell Smash on it, and then Giga Drain could kill T-Tar at +2, maybe. My team kind of destroys this thing. It's what member I want to go out into is the question. It's Ferrothorn or Piloswine or even Grimmsnarl. Who do I value the most? I definitely need Piloswine around, so not that. Ferrothorn is important for Feeny, though since it's screens, it's not as important. So I'm going to go out on the Ferrothorn here. They're going to Crunch probably, which makes me actually want to go into the Grimmsnarl actually. Let's do that. If they click Stone Edge, good play. But I don't think you do that. Probably just Crunch. Or Rocks maybe. They're getting everything up against me. As I'm just calling the webs, whatever. Annoying. But they go for Flamethrower. Okay, so I didn't make the right play not going into the Ferrothorn there. Jeez. As I'm going to be hit by the Sandstorm, but I do have leftovers. And I'm going to set up a Reflect here. I want to see if they're Light Clay or not. They are. Very annoying. Okay, that's annoying. I'm going to set up a Reflect. And then Spirit Break the following turn. I don't have Light Clay unlike them. So, okay, they actually just switch out. They're going to go out into the Tapu Fini. That's fine. Again, I just click Reflect here. And then I switch out. So, that's the play. It's going to be nice to have this up. Because a lot of his team's physical as well as mine. So, we're both going to get hit by Sandstorm. Chip this thing down a little bit more. Kind of want to go into Toxicroak, but I don't want to lose my Choice Scarf. So that's not ideal. We switch out. And we go into Ferrothorn again. That's what we do, yeah. I don't care. They're probably going to be in enough so they can get screens up. But it's fine. As right back out into this we go. Caught in the webs. Let's see what they're going to do. Will they pull double? Nature's Madness. So they have Nature's Madness, Knockoff, Reflect, and probably Light Screen. So, interesting moveset. Not what I was expecting, like, in the slightest. I still think I just Leech Seed here. They have no Leech Seed switch in. So, that's what we do. Chip this thing down more. They're probably just going to spam Nature's Madness, to be honest, to try and keep me low, maybe. They could just switch, too, into something like the Dragozel or the Lycanroc, because Lycanroc gets CC. And I don't have leftovers, so we'll see. If I had rocks, well, I do have rocks on PILOSWINE, but I haven't had it in yet. Having rocks up will be nice because they have webs up and screens, so at least the least I could do is get that up. So they switch. Something's going to take a leech sheet. It's going to be Orbital. That's fine. As we connect, which is cool. I think this turn I just attack it. Or I could go out into the Poltergeist again. Could do that. And Shell Smash up. They could U-turn though. How much am I doing with the Gyro Ball to this thing? Now that Reflect is gone. I think it's gone at least. I hope I read that right. It does like nothing. I'm going to go out into the Poltergeist and smash. If they U-turn, a phenomenal play. And I'm not going to be able to use my Poltergeist the way I wanted to. They pull double. Yeah, that was really smart. And they go out into Pistachio, actually. Okay. Oh, that's this. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too scared of this, actually. It's actually in the sand, so it's a little bit scary now that I'm saying it out loud. I still think I just Shell Smash here. As my White Herb pops off. Yeah. Hit by the Sandstorm. I'm at 121. Do I live a hit from this thing? In the sand is the question. Sand Force. In sand. Max attack. Let's put Jolly on there. Definitely do not. Okay. Are they Smooth Rock too? They're Smooth Rock as well. Man, that's really annoying. Okay. I don't really have a great switch into this, so I think I just click Smash and hope that they don't click Earthquake, which I feel like they do. So, yeah, let's do it. This is probably just going to knock me out, to be honest. As a knockoff, so it does not because I reflect up and I forget that every week. And we smash, which is really good, actually. Because we are going to outspeed this. They do have priority in Lycanroc, however, so they can always revenge me. But the good thing is I get some big damage off on something now. +2, +4, +2. This kills Lando every time, so I'm not really worried about it. My Reflect, I think, just wore off, so I can't Giga Drain, because that's a play I was thinking about making. Right? Yeah, it's gone. So I Shadow Ball here. If this thing's Scarf, he just knocks me out, but I don't think he's going to be Scarf on this. Especially with like a Webs team. So yeah. Again, sucks that like Lycanroc can just so easily revenge me here, but it's good because I get a kill. As this thing should drop unless it's like Focus Sash. As Lando is going to not drop. They're actually going to live, and I'm going to die to this. Okay, I'm very shocked that they live that. Wow, they don't get a Spit F boost from Sand either, so now I'm really confused. Whatever, it's really low. But damn, that really sucks. I can go in the Pylo and just click Ice Shard. They do have Feeny, though. They don't have much else for it, though. I'm going to go in the PILOSWINE and do it. Wow, I'm really upset they live that. I could get Rocks up. I don't want to take a knockoff from this, though, so I have to Ice Shard. I don't really care if they go into Feeny. It just knocks them down more. I feel like they're going to save it, but I just have to click the button. I really hope they just give me this. It'd be nice. As they do withdraw. Damn, should have just clicked Rocks. Yeah, they go back out on the Feeny. That was just... I just wasn't sure because they were on so low health. I wasn't sure if they would make that play. This is annoying. So we Ice Shard. And we're not really getting much where in this battle. I need to switch out. I want to go Toxicroak, but they always just throw up Reflect. Everything on my team is physical at this point. That is just the way it goes. I think I still just go Ferrothorn. It's just a rinse and repeat cycle, but it's just something I think I have to do here. Ferrothorn is still amazing against their team. With Leech Seed. Orbital, again, is going to be annoying for that. But I can bring in Grimmsnarl. I've been switching a Poltergeist to it, but I can get Grimmsnarl in the next time. So yeah, they could just go for Nature's Madness. That's whatever. I always click Leech Seed on this turn. I think my double seeds if they put up a reflect first, which they do. Yeah, I'm gonna double seed this turn. I want them up. So we do that. We're gonna get a little bit of recovery back, and then I'm just gonna click leech seed again. There's no way you don't like switch out here. You're gonna save this Feeny. So we got this Feeny under half, which is pretty cool. But we're still not in a great position here. As I'm gonna double seed. Not even gonna think about it. I'd be shocked if they stayed in. So they probably just go Orbital again. Yeah. I could have doubled, but leech seed's fine because it gets me some health back on this thing, which is what I want. As yeah, there you go. Okay, so there we go. We get a play right. We're definitely in the back here, so we definitely have to come back in some sorts. So Flamethrowers going to get back up to around half. And I switch out into the Grimmsnarl. As much as I want more health on this, they're probably just going to U-turn if they have it. Otherwise, this is always the play. I'm going to get caught in webs. I don't care about that. As they're going to Infestation. Okay, was not expecting that. I'm glad I switched. And they still have Leech Seed, so I get recovery off of this to cancel out the Infestation. So the Infestation webs. Recover probably. Body press? Not body press. I feel like they click it by then. Now I either go for a Reflect or a Darkest Lariat. And looking at their team, I think Reflect is better. So that's what we'll do. As they switch, yeah. They're going to go out into Pistachio, which is going to be the Lando. They bring this back out. And now I'm actually just going to stay in and kill this thing. This thing is extremely annoying for my team. So, killing it's going to be nice. Spirit Break or Darkest Lariat. Probably Spirit Break is actually a little bit better. Because they're physical, yeah, they're a knockoff. And knowing that my leftovers are gone, but I'm going to get this thing in return. So, we get a kill. I don't really feel like we're in a great spot, but at least it's not all that bad. That's gone. I don't really have a solid endgame here, which is the issue. It's just PILOSWINE living hits. Which PILOSWINE was good against that, so it doesn't even matter. Lando's gone. Okay, yeah. We'll see what they want to go out into. Grimmsnarl is kind of good against their team, but because my leftovers are gone, they have a Reflect up. It's not as good now. But that thing Understand was a threat, so I'm glad that it's gone. So they're gonna go out into. I haven't picked the move yet. Probably into something like. I'm thinking like Tapu Fini. Okay. That's fine. My team's not really weak to this, so not too scared of it. I can just go back out in the Ferrothorn and click the sheet as I have been doing. If they pull a double, which is something I could see them doing, that's a good play, but I don't really have any other play. It's just the only thing I'm thinking is like, do I want my Toxicroak to take a knockoff is the question. They don't switch, which is nice for me. As they're probably just gonna click Nature's Madness. Gonna keep me low, which is fine. I think I still click Leech Seed here anyway. Yeah. How many turns of Reflect do they have up left? Info. They have 2. I have Leech Seed. Again, this is the game I have to play just because webs are up and I don't have a form of speed control to save my life. I feel like they go out into like a new mon, like Lycanroc or Dracozolt here. They go in the Dracozolt. I kind of prefer that because it's a little bit easier to deal with than Lycanroc, so that's cool. And we're going to get some chip on this. Losing this is not the end of the world just because I have good... I still have Toxicroak to deal with, the Fini. I think I go out on the PILOSWINE because they have a Leech Seed up and I can get my rocks up finally to punish some of their switches. Like, man, this is annoying. But I get this in for... I'm not going to say free because this thing could still hit me for a lot of damage. As we'll see what they want to go for here. Flamethrower, yeah. I am thick fat. So I will take this fine. That does nothing. And I'm going to get Leech Seed Recovery, and I can just throw up rocks. Finally. So, that's cool. That's what we're going to do here. Reflect Wars off. Or do I just EQ? No, rocks are always better. Because if they defog, they can get rid of the webs, which I don't think they even have defog on this team. So, finally we can get something going in this game. If they went out onto Lycanroc there, that could have been a lot more scarier, but because they did this, it gives me a chance to maybe swing some momentum in my way. With some Rocks Chip, get things down a little bit faster. They withdraw. They're going to go out into the Orbeeto. Okay, so that's fine. They're going to frisk and find my Eviolite. Whoa. As rocks go up. So that's good. Feeny has no form of recovery, and I need to save this thing. I go out into the Grimmsnarl here. Grimmsnarl. And click a button from there. PILOSWINE is looking amazing in this endgame because it beats the Dracozolt every time. It can deal with Lycanroc if I'm high enough. T-Tar as well. They click recover, that's fine. Let me see if let's see what the screens are looking like. Like the screen count basically is what I'm gonna look at it. They do not have a reflect up. I'm going to click Spirit Break, expecting the Feeny to come in just to try and chip it down even like quicker. They don't have a good switch into this at this point. They could stay in and just click Infestation, to be honest, but it's kind of weird, but you know, I could see it. They do switch out, probably back out on the Feeny. That's good, because this time they're going to take a Spirit Break without Reflect Up and Rocks, so that is really nice. They might live, but they don't have many switch-ins left because of that. So that was a big turn. We're going to Spirit Break this. And they barely live, which is annoying. Do I want to tank a Nature's Madness in order to kill this thing? Is the question. Who do I need Grimmsnarl to switch into? Definitely Orbeetle still. I feel like they just throw up a screen. But I still think Ferrothorn's the play. Yeah. It sounds weird, but they're gonna get, if they go for screen, they get it up no matter what. And I don't care taking a Nature's Madness on this Ferrothorn. So we'll see what they want to do. I still click Leech Seed as they reflect. Yeah, so that's fine. That was gonna go up anyway, and I didn't want Grimmsnarl being in on something like maybe like a Swords Dancing Lycanroc. I'd rather this thing be in. So this thing dies to rocks actually. Do I click Gyro Ball or Body Press? Gyro Ball's not bad. Or I click Gyro Ball actually. As yeah, they just stay in, and yeah. So Leech Seed would have gave me like 3 HP back, but this kills it, and this doesn't miss. So whatever. Feeny drops. That's really good. We don't have to worry about screens once that reflect is gone. This is still very losable, like not even joking around, but the fact that that's gone is so big. My Grimmsnarl looks really good. The only thing that's really scary is like SD Lycanroc at this point. Let me do some calcs. Behind a reflect. How is that looking? Garball still does so much. They go into this actually. Okay. They're going to take rocks, as they did already. Do I just sack Ferrothorn? It's not really doing much at this point. It could be nice as a sack, but I think this is the thing I sack it in front of. Let me just see what does more. Body Press or Gyro Ball? I'm pretty sure Body Press does more. To a T-Tar. Yeah, Body Press. It doesn't even kill, which is behind a reflect, but... Or a Leech Seed. Yeah, let's Leech Seed actually. That's a better play. They Dragon Dance. Okay. Maybe Body Press would have been the play. That is scary. But we're going to get this Leech Seed off. We're going to connect, which is really nice. They have a Flamethrower on this, I have to remember. So they have Flamethrower, Stone Edge, Crunch, and probably just Dragon Dance. That's probably their set. And now I body press, 100%. They're going to knock me out with Flamethrower here. Yeah, so Ferrothorn drops. I need PILOSWINE endgame, so now I got to debate who I want to be, how I want to deal with this thing, right? Mist disappears, whatever. Toxicroak can take one hit of anything, I think, unless they have Earthquake. They have Flamethrower, Dragon Dance, Crunch, and Stonedge, I assume. So I think this is where I use Toxicroak to deal with this, because since webs are up, it doesn't beat anything else. So we go Toxicroak here. And we click Drain Punch. If they have Earthquake, then that's going to suck for me. I should live a Flamethrower, even though I am dry skin. So, yeah. And if they switch out, then that's just great for me. So, Drain Punch or Earthquake, I think just Drain Punch is better. Yeah, Drain Punch kills this, but Earthquake doesn't because of the Reflect. I'd be shocked if Flamethrower killed me here. I didn't calc it, so, I mean, we'll find out together. They T-Punch. Okay, this, I probably should live this? Yeah, I live that with ease. Okay, this should kill. Yeah, Tito dies. Alright, so that's good. And their only possible setup sweeper is Lycanroc, and they can't set up in front of this. So we're in a good spot. We actually kind of managed to pull this game back somehow. T-Tar's gone. I don't think they're going to be Swords Dance on that and D-Dance on that. I mean, they could. Who knows? And I have to see how many turns Reflect are up, because that is still a very scary Pokemon, Lycanroc in the back. They still need a move to hit my Toxicroak, though, to be fair. Lycanroc, behind a Reflect, takes half from Drain Punch. They go into this, so that's fine. They're going to take Rocks, unless they're Boots. Frisk, my Choice Scarf, they know now. They are Boots. How many turns Reflect are left? Once Reflect ends, I'm not going to be too scared. 3 turns, okay. I switch. I'm going to save this. And I go out into Grimmsnarl, I think. Yeah, that's what I do. I still have a Draco. I still have a whole Dracovish in the pack too. So this comes out, and I can get up some screens too, which is probably what I'm just gonna do. Well, Darkest Lariat looks pretty free. They Psychic. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And I think I just Reflect actually. Yeah, we do that. Or do we Darkest Lariat first? I think we Darkest Lariat. I kind of want to save this for if they switch out. So yeah, we Reflect first. As they stay in, okay. They're gonna just Infestation probably. Yeah, they have Webs, Infestation, Psychic, Recover. So now I just spam Darkest Lariat. Okay. The only downside to this is that they stall out my screen. Yeah, that's the only downside to this. And because their screen's up, they're going to be living hits fine. So I Darkest Lariat. Just hit this thing. They recover. Because they, again, this isn't going to do much until they get, the Reflect is gone. We'll see how much it does. It should do at least like 30%, right? I don't think Lariat ignores screens. I don't think that's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, once the Reflect wears off, I'll be fine here. Because they can't do any significant damage to me. I want the Sand to be gone. Reflect's gone. That's good. So now I can get Darkest Lariat. Do so much damage with this now. Nothing really wants to switch in. I mean, Dracozolt can switch in, but it doesn't want to. So they're going to switch out. Go on the Link, which is going to be this, which is amazing for me. That I can get some really good damage on this. Sand is still up, so that's something to note. Nope. But I get so much chip on that. That's nice. Do I sack this, is the question. I feel like yes. I can beat Orbeetle with Dracovish, and I don't need this for anything else. So I click Darkest Lariat again. And they can't set up. So they CC, yeah. I probably died of this. Yeah, so. They lowered their defense though, so I can probably just go on a PILOSWINE, as they are Life Orb. Yeah, they die to the Ice Shard, definitely. could go a croak. I could go in the Toxic Croak, but I don't know if they have what's it called? The Psychic Fangs or Drill Run, which I feel like they might. So I Ice Shard here, so I don't have to take a hit from this. They can't go into. They have to go into Orbeetle, and at that point, I go hard freaking Fish. So they're probably gonna go into Orbeetle here, or sack this, one of the two. Hopefully they just sack this, make my life easier. They only have, if they switch out, they only have one more hit in them though, which is good for me. As they do switch out, they're probably gonna go into Orbeetle. Yep. And now I go hard Fish, right? I don't think. Well, let me see how much this does. I'm not gonna stay in anyway, but I just want to see how much it does. That does a decent chunk. My Reflector was off. I go Fish and click a button. Right? Yeah. Even though I'm slower, I'll do a lot of damage to it. To the point where they just don't do enough, I don't think. Alright, so we finally bring it out. This was supposed to be used early game, but it's coming out for the first time here. That's funny. And I think I just click Rend. Reflect's gone. Yeah. Or Earthquake? Nah, Rend's better. Orbeetle gets chipped. I mean, the only thing that can take this... Well, Orbeetle can take it, but it doesn't want to. And Dracozolt can switch into it, but it takes just so much damage. And it has to come in on rocks, too. So they do switch out. They're going to go into Dracozolt, right? No, they're going to sack Lycanroc. Great. That's good for me, too. So that's going to die to this Fishy Boy Rend here. And Dracozolt, Draco Vish gets a kill. So that's cool. I'm really glad they never got rocks up, because that could have been a big difference in this game. So they have to go Dracozolt here. That's like their only play. Because I beat Orbeetle 1v1. I saw a whole PILOSWINE in the back. I could sack Toxicroak in theory, just so PILOSWINE doesn't have to take the extra hit. Though I don't know how smart that is. They go into this. It's going to take more rocks. And at that point, that's in range of a Banded Fish if they have to switch into it. So I save this. And do I go Croak or do I go PILOSWINE? I think I just go PILOSWINE, right? Let's go PILOSWINE first. No. Yeah, let's go PILOSWINE first because I can take the hit. So, yeah. We do that. They probably lock in an Outrage, honestly. But I Icicle Crash here. Or no, I Earthquake, so I don't have to miss. They go for Draco. Okay, that's fine. This should do around half. Maybe a little bit less. Yeah, they do. That does less. Okay. I think I Crash here, actually. Yeah. That's always the better play here. As they switch out, because it'll do more to the Orbeetle, yeah. I probably could have doubled into the Fish, to be honest, but it is whatever. Now here, this should do a decent chunk, seeing how much Ice Shard did. Yeah, that does a lot. Oh my god. Oh, that was a crit. Okay. My bad. I switch. I go into Fish. I want to see how much Fish takes from a Psychic. Like, not too much. And if they go out into Zolt, I just sack. Toxicroak. That's like the play. I feel like they just switch out, to be honest. They don't actually, which is nice. They're going to probably just click Psychic or Recover. If they click Recover here, that's fine, because Fish's Friend, that might be, Zolt might be in range, Jesus. The Infestation, okay, that's fine. I'm not scared of that at all. And now I click the Fishy Boy Rend. Yeah. It does so much to Dracozolt, it's insane. They recover, okay, so that's fine. This Orbeetle, proven to be an annoyance, I will say. We'll see how much this does. Yeah, you can't recover that off. That just does too much. So we just spam the move here. feel like they're gonna go to the Drizzle at some point here, as they do here. This still does so much damage. They have to take rocks too. This is gonna put it. This should put it in range to where they can't switch in the rocks again. So you click the button. Instead of putting it in range of rocks, it just dies. It gets a crit. I do apologize for that, though. I think it definitely puts it in range of rocks. That I'm pretty confident of that. So I always sack Croak there. I go PILOSWINE, and I click Ice Shard, right? So and if you switch out, that means Drizzle dies. Thus, Dragovich can beat this thing we already know of. So GG to my opponent. Again, crit kind of sucked there at the end, but that was a good game. I had to play a way I was very not comfortable with, I gotta say. I do not like playing defensively like that. I like to do it early game, but the fact that I had to do it throughout the entire game because of my opponent's prep, it just sucked for me. But we did manage to pull out in the end. I think the big turn in that game was when he went Dracozolt, allowing me to get rocks up. I think that was a big turn there. But again, GG to my opponent Gookie. He's been super nice. He's like one of the nicest people ever. So please go check out his side of the battle. He's got so much energy, a lot more than I do. So you guys are going to enjoy his content over there. But yep, that's all I have for you guys. I am going to go up to 5-0 now, which is cool. And I don't really have much else to say. Again, check out my opponent this week. He's a great guy. And without further ado, I will see you next week. Thank you for watching.